In Changi Village, were there shops, that catered to the British?
The shops that cater is like my father's shop,
Right.
shoe shop.
Mm.
Yeah, they actually cater to the British. If they depend on the locals, they won't be able to survive. They sell clothes, they sell all these things here. Like told just a European bar, milk bar, mini bar, yes. Most of them. And then of course when it comes to the local food, they cater to the locals who work there.
The milk bars are very interesting to me. I mean, they are a feature of those days. Yeah. Did you go inside a milk bar?
No.
No.
We're too young. I don't know. You never go because they look like very expensive places.
Yeah. They're probably kind of middle class, right? For middle class people.
That's right. And then they also have, I think, two very well equipped shops that cater to, they deliver groceries to the British families. There were two of them. I can't remember the name. One is called John Fat. The other one is Ken Wat. Yes, now I remember. One is called Ken Wat. One is John Fat.
So these are like they deliver food, groceries, vegetables,
groceries,
that kind of thing.
And they sell really, the high end, the Angmo food that we don't normally see then. Yeah.
Did the British servicemen or their wives ever come out to Changi Village?
Oh, of course, they are there. When I at my father's shop, I see that. So they will take pictures, and that's how we got the photograph. Yeah, they will talk to us. They're quite nice. Yeah, they will be walking around, and then we also have a night market on Wednesday night. We have the British will be there. They'll be with us. Yeah, with the villagers.
I think you mentioned earlier that you had accompanied your mother inside the RAF. Is that right? Did I get it right?
Yes.
Okay, RAF Changi, right? You went into RAF Changi.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about your memories of RAF Changi.
I just remember it's a very strict place, and in order to go in, you need to have a pass. That's one thing. There's military police there. Okay. When you go in, it's a very nice place because from the village it's all like run down and everything. You go into this place where you have all these big buildings, look so grand, and then they have very nice green surrounding. Absolutely nice place, and they also have at that point in time they have some bungalows there for high-level civil servants. So a nice place to go to, nice roads and everything, and lots of trees. And then the buildings are huge, including the dwelling place. I will know that this high-ranking officer will stay in this house. The black and white houses, similar to that, but not so grand as the one all the black and white houses that those days. We didn't call them black and white houses, but the bigger ones are for some warrant officers, and smaller ones for different families. They're still existing there. They didn't pull them down.
Yeah, I mean, they are still around. The Changi Village, they are no longer around, right?
Yes, they withdrew in 1972, completely almost. And that's when Changi Village, the people started moving out because there's no jobs, nobody to serve, nothing to sell food. Yeah. It was thriving because of the British.
Were your parents worried when they heard about the British moving out?
I think we were already poor, so it doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't remember them talking about being worried. Because now I look back, because when I look back, and there was 1 year in 1973, there was 1 year, there was a very severe recession, and I went through that. It was a severe recession. But then I realized that we were just poor. So whether recession or not, it really didn't affect us because we were just like that. Yeah. So I think that was the situation.
Yeah, that was the oil shock, right?
I do not know. I can't remember. But I look back, I didn't realize I lived through that recession. I was already a very young lady then. I'm not an adult yet, but I
Mm.
should know all these things. I didn't feel it.
Mm. So subsequently, when you all moved out, by the way, where did you move to?
Moved to Chai Chi.
Okay.
Yeah, the villages, most of them moved to Chai Chi because that
The,
was the area allocated to the villages.
the HDB lah, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I just had a episode recently with Yo Hong Ing. He stayed in Kampong Chai Chi, and then later on the family moved into the HDB flats.
In Chai Chi as well?
Mm.
I remember the old Chai Chi compared to the new Chai Chi. Yes. Yeah. Also, when I take a bus to school, I had to pass that evening.
Right. And what did your parents do after they moved out in terms of their work?
My mother became a babysitter, and my father continued doing his cobbling job because he enjoyed having something to do. So he still will take a bus, go back there.
Oh, go back to the shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do his, half a day, spend there doing his shoe repairing business. Yeah.
Did he talk
It's to
about
occupy
Did he talk about whether the business there was affected, by the pullout?
No, it didn't affect him at all because it's during those days when these things are happening. He already lost his shop. But certainly it affected the livelihood of the shopkeepers there.
Yeah. I mean, did you find that, if you did go back to Changi Village after the pullout, after you all moved out, that Changi Village had started to decline as a place?
Decline as in
like you said earlier that it was a bustling place. Did you find that began to disappear after the British left?
Of course, there's nobody around. People are just like barely surviving, and many move.
So does this mean there were fewer shops, or there was less activity going on? Was this quite clear?
Yes, it's very obvious that there's less activity. Yeah, the shops, I think, more or less the same in number. So I think you find that the shops are all transformed into this. If you go there now, those for people who go there for picnics and staying in the bungalow, those government has not of bungalow houses for civil servants. Yeah, so it's a weekend place. Then they have selling fishing tackle and all these things. Yeah, more for people who are going there for fishing. They are replaced by many of the shops. They don't have those proper shops that serve family and serve people. Not many.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.